Hi, friends, and welcome back to Beyond the Screen, the Family Connection podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Samantha Hayes, educator, parent, and founder of Beyond the Screen Families. And today we're diving into one of the most common and most misunderstood parts of creating a balanced digital home. What happens after you say no to screens? And I'm pretty sure I've covered this kind of in a recent episode, but I want to use a little bit of new language this week after having a conversation with someone and realizing that a small word choice can make a huge difference, both in what I'm saying to you and in what you're saying to your very own children. So let's be honest. It's not enough to just take away a device. I mean, if you want to see some tantrums happen, just take the device away. And you can do it. You absolutely can do it. It will be rough. Kids, because kids don't naturally know how to simply fill that time with something else. The screen is gone, and now what? And now they're like, I don't have what I know. In fact, for most, that's when the resistance starts, right? That's when the explosions happen. That's when the tantrums start. That's when the fights happen. But you know what? If you have a strong replacement activity ready, then something different happens. And we're talking about engaging, meaningful alternatives. You're not just taking something away, you're offering something better. You're teaching your child that there is something better out there than the screen. So let's talk about how to do that, how to strongly present replacement activities in lieu of the screen that they feel like is being taken away. Because, well, I mean, it is, right? When kids spend a lot of time on personalized devices, their own iPad, an iPhone, or some sort of gaming system, these tools become more than entertainment. They're a personalized world. Think about it for yourself. If you have your cell phone and you spend some time on it, it's a personalized world, all for you to get what you want or think you need. The scrolling, the checking of social media, all of those things, a personalized world. And the same is true for kids. Their playlists, their friends, their progress and games, it's all tailored to them. Where else does that happen in this world? It really doesn't, right? So, I mean, what a strong thing this personalized device becomes. So, when you suddenly remove it, what you're doing is really cutting off access to a source of identity, mastery, and belonging. And that's why meltdowns happen, defiance happens, or we see kids withdraw. And that's not a sign of bad parenting. I need you to hear me on that. That's not a sign of bad parenting. It's a sign that an activity was filling some sort of need. So instead of focusing on the taking the way, we shift toward replacing. And that small one word shift for me, for you, for your kids is going to make a world of difference. A strong replacement activity does three things. It engages the same reward system, something exciting, challenging, or rewarding in a tangible way, right? And we're going to keep coming back to this so you can understand it better. Because right now, I have a feeling that everybody's like, what? So now I need to reward them for participating in life? Well, hang with me, okay? It fills an emotional or social gap. Maybe it's connection, creativity, or that idea of mastery. It's accessible. something your child can start easily without a lot of setup or adult supervision. So let's look at a few specific examples so you can really hone into what I'm saying here and not be like, I can't do it. It's too many things to remember. I just want to get rid of this personalized screen. So hang with me. For younger kids, something as simple as a building challenge. And you know, I love building challenges. Why? Because there's a reward. It's a challenge. When they get it complete, there's this like sense of like, I did it. It fills a gap looking at their creativity, their mastery. It's accessible. You don't have to do a setup for that. All you have to do is put the building challenge out there. I do that with my kids all the time, 3 and 7, 3 and 7. And I'll say, can you build me something for that car? It needs to have multiple levels. I don't have to do anything else. It's as simple as that. A family bingo activity can also work well. Both provide that sense of accomplishment and creativity. So instead of pressing pause buttons on screen, they're really pressing into that imagination, that problem solving, that critical thinking. And that type of reward lights up their brain. It physically lights up their brain. And the more you offer the alternatives and the less you offer the screen, remember, we're replacing, right? The less they want the screen, the more they start to enjoy the actual tangible activities. The more they'll seek those out instead of the screen. For teens or early tweens, for tweens or early teens, you might want to try something more collaborative because they're really tapping into their social aspect at that time. Maybe it's a family game design night where they create their own board game. Maybe it's a scavenger hunt or a backyard challenge. Again, taps into all three of those things. Very little prep. In fact, you can put the onus on your tween or teen to kind of like think through how it might be set up. If there's other things you want to bring to it, maybe it's like more than a game night and it's a whole event for them. Like they can pick the snacks, put that on them. It becomes such a rewarding experience. And for kids of any age, now we're like spanning the age gap here, right? Movement-based activities, obstacle courses, hikes, backyard missions, just getting out and walking together, riding a bike, a scooter, anything that's actual physical movement can reset their mood, boost their dopamine, especially if you're getting outside into the natural world. There is a natural dopamine boost that happens there, and it reconnects them with their bodies. So they go a little introspective, which is what we want our kids to be able to do. Okay. If you're listening and you're thinking, I love these ideas, but like seriously, that is not my jam. I am not good at coming up with those things. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Number one, you can join our Essential Pack subscription. It's filled with simple, screen-free replacement activities designed to make family life richer, not harder. So if you're thinking of getting rid of that screen and you not or lessening the amount of time that your child spends on the screen, go grab the Essentials Pack. Seriously, we will send you activities every week that you can use as a replacement. And if your kid's old enough to read on their own, you could seriously print and hand them the activity or email it to them. It comes to your email box. You could forward the email on to them. And when they're like looking for that screen or whatever, you can be like, hey, instead of your iPad, let's go pick an activity from the Essential Pack. That easy. It's that easy. You don't have to go buy a million things because everything we're sending you is with things you're already going to have in your home. And right now in November, If you join at any point in November, you'll get our Cozy Connection Pack as a free bonus. Inside of that is a bingo card, and I absolutely love the bingo card. We are going to play it as a family in my own house, and I'm super excited about this. If you earn a bingo by the end of the month, you take a picture, you send it to us, and you'll be entered to win a Boredom Buster box, which is a $37 screen-free activity box, and we'll ship it right to your door. One Essential Pack subscriber is going to win. So make sure you sign up for the Essential Pack. It's $5. So you sign up for 1 month, $5. You get 2 weeks free, $5 for the month, and get that bingo. You have the potential to win that Boredom Buster box. If you're like, I don't know about the $5 subscription, but you look at that Boredom Buster box, which we use in my own house. It is a box filled with 30 prompts, seriously, just prompts. Because you're like, I want something quick and easy, but I don't want to have the time. That's what the Boredom Buster box is for. You pull out a prompt, you give it to your kids. Movement prompts using the craft and creative supplies in there. You give it to your kids, they get to sit down and do it and create and think in their own way. And it hits the 3 things we were talking about earlier. It is the perfect replacement activity, right? All of these things are the Essentials Pack or the Boredom Buster box. So if you've been wanting to shift your family's habits, this is the perfect time to start. Visit beyondthescreenfamilies.com/shop to sign up for your first 2 free weeks of the Essentials Pack. And then grab yourself a Boredom Buster box while you're at it, or go grab that in lieu of the Essentials Pack. Okay, back to the meat and potatoes here. When you first start replacing screen time, my biggest tip for you is to go slow. Pick one time of day, maybe after dinner, because we know screen time before bed is often problematic, or maybe it's on the weekends, and offer one replacement activity. One. Go slow. For your kids and for you, you're going to thank me. It's like everything. If we go on a huge fad diet, we're not going to be successful. If we take it slow, we do the right things, we make sure we're offering like those types of, we're changing our habits, which changes our lifestyle, we are way more successful. It gives kids a sense of ownership if you involve them in that choice. Say, hey, we're going to try something new tonight. You pick between this or this. The screen is not an option. You pick between this or this. The more agency kids feel, the less it feels like punishment, and the more it feels like just part of their rhythm. It's just part of the normal everyday. So here's a reflection question for this week. What part of screen time seems to meet a real need for your child? And how could you meet that need in a hands-on way? Maybe you don't even offer a replacement activity this week. Maybe you take this week to sit, watch, and reflect on that one thing so that you can figure out what next week's replacement activity might be that you start with. Remember, the goal isn't to remove all technology. In today's world, that's so hard to do. And there is so much good that technology can do, but it's about rebalancing it with real life moments that stick. Real life moments that stick. If you're ready to make the change and want support and structure along the way, don't forget to join the Essential Pack and our community at beyondthescreenfamilies.com. You can also get support via the Boredom Buster box. Remember, $36.95. We ship it to you. That includes shipping in that. You get 30 prompts and a bunch of supplies in order to help make that successful. They're great little tiny replacement activities. Either way, you're going to get screen-free ideas, seasonal. In the Essential Pack, you'll also get connection kits and different kinds of bonus items. and both offer inspiration you need to make family time meaningful again and less focused on the screen. So here's to raising curious, connected kids, one screen-free moment at a time, as we create moments that stick. Bye, friends.